you need to embrace the fact that true balance, the way that we think of it in society, does not exist. So I was able to find this harmony between these things. It wasn't balanced. Some days I would be at WeWork every single weekend from about 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And what does that mean? That means I'm not seeing my children or my husband. I'm literally locked in and focused because I had a goal of getting done and I didn't see my children or my husband. Now, here's the thing. Did that make me sad? Yes, it absolutely did make me sad. But I also knew what I was doing it for. I was doing it so that I could get done and get this PhD and then start really being able to use what I've learned in school to help other people grow, right? My kids were young at the time. They ain't gonna ever remember that. I remember, but they not, right? Like they're not gonna remember the time that I had to stay and we worked all night working on my dissertation. They're not gonna remember it. So I figured out a way to manage it all in the midst of it still being hard. And that's one of the things that we have to remember is that our life ebbs and flow, right? It ebbs and flow, right? So at this point in my life, right? I'm not in school anymore, so I don't have to spend all that time on school. I have this philosophy that I live life by, right? When things get hard, and they do, and so I want to share this with you. When things get hard, and they will, right? I always say I can do hard things. I can do anything for a small period of time, right? I can do hard things for a small period of time, right? So I knew that for me, my dissertation and me getting that done was going to be a period of time. Like there was a beginning and an end to this thing. And I knew that. And so that's what I was working towards, the end, because I knew that there was an end. The end was graduation. The end was Dr. Kiki Ramsey. That was the end for me. And so for you, there may be a season that you're going through that might be difficult, right? You have to figure out like, what's the end? And if you don't see an end in sight, you got to still manage through and think about what you want the other side of this to look like, because there can be another side to this. So I want to just share with you a couple things that I did and a couple things that I want you to do when you are learning to embrace the unbalanced life. And what this means is really understanding that balance will never be found. You can never find an equilibrium between all the things that you value in your life at any given one point. You just can't. It just does not exist. But you can find harmony in those things. So one of the things that you need to do, the first thing is you need to embrace the fact that true balance, the way that we think of it in society, does not exist.